Overcoming instant gratification. Now, we are in the age of instant gratification. Media, influencers, marketers are all taking advantage of the mass tendency to promote the ideas of seeking instant results, and this strategy works on most people. Even those who preach against these practices indulge in instant gratification with the use of performance enhancing drugs, seeking constant validation, and appearing on multiple social media platforms multiple times every day in order to bolster up their flagging personal egos. Now, with this constant bombardment of instant gratification of the senses, I'm going to offer you a few simple but effective strategies you can adopt into your life to protect yourself against this infectious virus that is literally everywhere these days. Now, the idea of future consequences is so essential to our development as functional people. When we are afflicted by instant gratification, we are encouraged to remain effectively in a permanent state of childhood mentality. Mummy, I want it now. They keep you down to keep you monetized. All you are to them is just a resource. We reap what we sow, the hermetic law of cause and effect. We seek instant gratification and quick results. This is what we will get. Just short-term pleasure and nothing more. Everything we get comes at a price. The price for surrendering to instant gratification is surrendering any long-term life satisfaction. Like drug addicts, we continually chase short-term pleasurable hits that can never offer any long-term satisfaction. What's wrong with instant gratification? We only live once. Life is meant to be enjoyed, isn't it? Yes, life is meant to be worthwhile. Life is meant to be enjoyed, not wasted. So how can we overcome this urge for gratification that is placed before our senses multiple times every hour of every day? First thing, self-observation. Recognize the urges when they come. Recognize your instinctive reactions to these urges that result in you giving in to these urges. We all have urges, and this is completely natural, but we do not need to act upon those urges right now. Those urges, if they are genuine, realistic needs, will still be patiently waiting for us. If they are not, then did you really ever need this thing in the first place? Try carrying around a notepad and make a mark in the notepad. Every single time an urge comes to you, this will give you insight into how often this urge to seek instant gratification is happening to you. And remembering to do this will help you to develop a habit of recognizing these urges when they come. Identifying the root cause to any problem is the first step to overcoming that problem. Delaying the urge. When you recognize the arrival of these urges, just pause. Don't act right away. Get in the habit of not acting right away. Put a little distance or space between you and that urge and your desire to act on that urge. You get a notification, it will wait for you. Get into a habit of not doing things immediately and develop a habit of delaying doing those things. As many things as you can will help you with this. Make a conscious decision. Think of the consequences. When you think before you act, you tend to act intentionally instead of just reacting mechanically and going off like a dog on a leash. Every time something grabs your attention, mechanical reactions manifest themselves from a lack of inner self-control. Mechanical reactions are also a sign of a lack of self-awareness and a lack of any real presence. If you're going to do something or fulfill a need, then at least be consciously aware of what you were doing and why you were doing this thing. Make a note of the consequences. Now, indulging in immediate desires can often lead to undesirable consequences, especially when it happens repeatedly over the long term. Every time you find yourself acting in an activity of instant gratification, make a mental note of how that made you feel. Remembering or even writing down these outcomes can help you weigh up your options when deciding whether to do or to delay doing a thing. That thing may bring a good feeling or sense of satisfaction right now, but might be bad for your health. It might lead to financial problems or cause friction between you and loved ones, or cause problems in your life. Learn over time. We gain life experience from learning. This takes time, of course. It's not something that you're just going to get instantly, unfortunately. There will be many times that you will actually give in to your urges. This, unfortunately, is necessary. This is needed to gain the experience and self-control that you will require to resist these urges and to develop this inner strength to resist these urges. When you do indulge in temptation, make a note of how that made you feel. Often the fulfillment of desire brings no real satisfaction, and it leads to other urges which must also be fulfilled in order to maintain that level of gratification. The gratification creates an illusion of life satisfaction. Next time that urge comes up, think back to how that made you feel the last time that you gave into it. For example, those drinks that your friends talked you into made you feel nice and relaxed, but you woke up with a headache. That cycle of PEDs gave you a quick gains and made you feel like Superman. But now you're off cycle, you feel like crap, lack motivation, and are seriously craving the hit that you will get from your next cycle. Make rules. Making simple life rules can be very effective. For example, whenever you feel the urge to buy something, make changes into your life, or anything that you feel the urge to do, then make a habit of, or a rule of waiting for a few days, a week, before acting upon that. At the very least, sleep on it. Your urges and desires, if they are significant and have any meaning for you, will still be there waiting for you. Reflect upon these urges. Do you really need that thing? If the urges are still there after this period of reflection, then maybe they are worth acting upon. Having life goals and a life purpose is another great strategy. Ask yourself whether this or that urge fits in with the achievement of these goals and purposes. Better still, just enjoy the moment without following the urge. Subscribe to this channel and follow this series for more.